makes sense. Spiritual. Oh God, you want me to go? I'm No. I said spiritual laws is what the Bible is expressing, and people took it and made it physical. But the book is speaking of, first of all, physical comes second. The spiritual aspect of everything, I don't care if it's a plant, if it's a piece of dirt, the spiritual aspect came first. And you could say, well, dirt don't have no spirit or soul. Soul means energy. Dirt has to have energy because it makes things grow. Energies, water, air, different carbons, just it absorbs everything. So if it can absorb, that means it has some type of energy. So everything here, go ahead. Everything here has some type of energy, and this is why it can be programmed. Dirt can be programmed just as well as your brain can be programmed, and we're being programmed to think physical, and physical means to fight. That's what it has always meant. Look at sex. Sex is a physical act. Look at it. It looks very WWF, you know what I'm saying? WWE. A man and a woman look like they fighting. You got chick leg up. Let a kid come in there. He will flip out. He's like, get off my mother. Because sex even get violent sometimes. We pull hair. We slapping, scratching. It gets violent. So the whole physical aspect of a soul being animated into a body is for combustion, to create another source of energy. And we need to figure out what we creating this energy for. Are we creating this energy for us? Because if we was creating it for us, the world that we would be designing for ourselves and other people would be so much more cohesive. Like, this world is not cohesive at all. You walk up to something, like I tell everybody, walk up to somebody and say you love them. They might call the police on you. They might fear for their life because you said you love them. But walk up to somebody and say, I don't like you. They might even laugh at you and walk away and say, I don't like you either. But they don't feel threatened by that. But if you tell somebody you love them, they look like you want to take their life away. So our whole concept of what we're supposed to be doing as people, not as humans, because humans are programmable computers, or bioengineered programmable computers, same thing. But as souls living the human experience, we're totally way off of what we're supposed to be doing, because we're supposed to be doing great things and we're not. We're yeah. Oh. No problem. Here's the thing. Science doesn't know anything. Everything in science is a theory. And if it's a collected theory supposedly based upon the most brilliant people of our time, if you believe that bullshit. So science is trying to figure out why everything is. But the sad part is science can't figure it out because science don't have the necessary components to figure these things out. So basically what science does is reverse engineers everything. When you reverse engineer things, you totally destroy it. That means you put it in a state of regression. So anything that science has figured out, it figured out making it go backwards. And when you make something go backwards, you're basically causing an implosion. So, as far as the soul is what animates everything. And if the soul didn't exist, you need to ask phase, why are they looking in the Higgs field for the God particle? And why do they call it a God particle? And where is this field that doesn't exist that they're going into when they do this Hadron Collider experiment? And that's a scientific experiment to open up a doorway to try and get to this field that doesn't exist, that science says they don't know where it's at, but they're going in there, but they don't know where it's at. So just right there is telling you that they're trying to do something even though it's invisible to us. Just because it's invisible or we can't see it in that spectrum doesn't mean it doesn't exist. When the body dies, science has proven 99% of what we ever proven wrong. Science only proved things based on a collective theory, meaning if we got 12 people on a panel, all 12 people agree, it becomes a fact. It doesn't become a truth. Because if you look at science, science consistently changes every so many years. And if it's changing, that means they're expounding upon things that they didn't know before.
Right.
So science,
Everything is an experiment from what I see.
yes, everything.
Shit is wrong all the time. Just a plain example. Wheat bread. Wheat bread was so holy and all that shit. Now they saying shit that it's not good. Just
They
like
lying
with milk,
out.
just like with eggs. I'm just
But
saying for real.
let me say that. Okay, wheat bread. It's not that wheat bread is bad. It's the way America makes their wheat bread. They use the wrong wheat. They give you a grain that your body cannot digest. It has gluten in it, which causes you to get some type of weird cancer because your body can't process it. Eggs. It's not that the eggs are messed up. It's the antibiotics that they put in the chicken. Then you take it, messes you up. The milk that we get is nutrient deficient because
But I'm
basically,
saying that to say this, that one day scientists say one thing, and the next time they say something else. That's
but here's
what
the
I'm saying.
thing. But well, yeah, because they're still learning, and
Right, that's
what
why I
they're
say it's just all a
a learning
experiment.
experiment, and this
Yeah.
experiment on us. They're experimenting on us, and when I say us, I'm gonna say the melanated people. The melanated people are the chemistry. That's what chem means. Chem means black. History means the study of. So it's the study of black. And it been like this, you know, not to make this a white and black thing or melanated, non-melanated discussion, but it's always been about the melanated gene. How to reverse the melanated gene, basically. And the same thing they did with the atom. I don't know if I branched too far off, Flash. If I did, just are they gonna run? People. If it's not disclosed, you got to say that. If it's already disclosed, I can talk about it. If it's not disclosed, meaning they didn't put it on any type of civilian server. If it's on a military server and it didn't make a civilian server, it's you can't speak about it. I don't even know what you're talking about, basically. But if it's on a civilian server, I can speak on it to a degree. Well, I would. But see, here's the thing. You gotta understand when you're speaking to people, they're gonna use words that they're gonna associate a certain type of thought to. So when you say soul, that word soul is probably going so far deep in her analogies of words to where you got to let her define what is a soul to you before y'all start arguing about it. And that's the thing. You know, for one person to say something don't exist is to say it exists because you just spoke about it. Anytime you speak about something, you creatively created it. And she should know this. Science understands this, that the moment you instantly say, bibbidi bobbidi, I just created bibbidi bobbidi in some type of world. Period. And this is why they give us these images of different things and say this is that and this is iPhone. iPhone just got created. That's how it works. The creator drew a picture of it and nobody else seen it. And then he gave it to someone else to build it. This person built it and then they gave it a name. Whenever you give anything a name, you giving it a name so you can control it. A name is always used for control by whatever names you. You did not name yourself. You did not choose your name. It was done for control, and it was done for stock in a bond, and it's not for you. You know, so this is the way it works on a universal level. So it's just, you know, I would love to hear what her definition of a soul is, and even if she has a definition, she just proved herself wrong. Because you can't define something that you do not know. So when people say the soul don't exist, they're arguing with their self. They have a trauma within their self, because in order for you to say, no, first of all, we live in a world where we can create anything with your imagination, and you can bring it into this world physically. Anything that you can think of, you can create. Period. So when someone says that does not exist, you just created it. Period. And that's another thing we need to understand, because they've been doing this for us for years, telling us that this is that and that is this and this is that. Now, I've never said the God of the Bible doesn't exist. What I've always said is the God of the Bible is not God of everything. It's actually against man. The God of the Bible is against man. Read it. It tells you it's against man. It says, I wish I never made it. That is a paradox. Once you say it, it creates a paradox to take away whatever you've done. It's like me saying, Flash, I don't never want to be your friend again, yo. Fuck out my face. That's a paradox. Then if we say, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, these thoughts create ultimate realities, whether it's in your mind or just in places that you never even went into. Like I asked Grim, what if you would have married your first girlfriend, Grim? You think your life would be different?
I know it would.
So do you think that somewhere in one of your existences, because you exist on multiple levels, you probably married that lady? Y'all probably was together.
In another world, I'm married to 2 women, and I got. You
married to a bunch of women. Here's another trick that they don't want y'all to know. Every person you have sex with, you are married to. They put it on this game. They call it a soul cord. They know about these soul cords. This is a fucking video game, and they put it in there. Do science know about these soul cords? Of course they do. Why they don't tell the society or the general public?
I'm into a lot of women, then, man.
Yeah.
A lot of women in my life.
Every woman you had sex
Man
with.
down.